CPU, Central Processing Unit. The CPU acts as the brain of the computer. It executes instructions and processes data to ensure smooth functioning. Typically, it plugs into the motherboard, usually under a heat sink, to maintain optimal operating temperatures. RAM, Random Access Memory. RAM functions as the computer's short-term memory, storing data and programs that the CPU needs to access quickly. It holds data temporarily for fast access, allowing the CPU to retrieve information swiftly. RAM slots into the motherboard, facilitating rapid data transfer between the CPU and memory. Motherboard. The motherboard serves as the main circuit board that connects all components together, functioning as the central hub of the computer. It routes data and power between components, enabling communication and coordination. Various connectors and slots on the motherboard allow components to interact and work together seamlessly. Storage devices such as hard disk drives, HDDs, and solid-state drives, SSDs, serve as the computer's long-term memory, storing files, programs, and the operating system. They store data magnetically or electrically and are connected to the motherboard via cables, facilitating data transfer to and from the CPU. GPU, Graphics Processing Unit. The GPU handles all the visual aspects of the computer, from games to videos and beyond. It processes and renders images and videos, delivering high-quality graphics. Installed into the motherboard, the GPU is connected to the monitor for display via ports like HDMI or DisplayPort. PSU, Power Supply Unit. The PSU supplies electricity to all components in the computer, converting mains power into a usable form. It provides a stable power supply to ensure proper functioning. Connected to the motherboard and components through cables, the PSU ensures consistent power delivery. Cooling system. The cooling system prevents overheating by dissipating heat generated by components like the CPU, GPU, and others. It removes heat to maintain safe temperatures within the computer. Components such as fans, heat sinks, and liquid cooling systems are installed inside the case to facilitate airflow and cooling. Input devices, including keyboards, mice, and touchpads, enable users to interact with the computer by transmitting input to the CPU. Connected to the motherboard through USB, PS/2, or Bluetooth ports, input devices facilitate user interaction and control. Output devices, such as monitors, printers, and speakers, display or output the results of the computer's processing. They receive data from the CPU for display or output and are connected to the motherboard or GPU through ports like HDMI, DisplayPort, or audio ports. Networking components enable the computer to connect to networks, such as the Internet, through wired or wireless connections. They transmit and receive data over networks, facilitating communication. Network cards and Wi-Fi adapters connect to the motherboard through PCIe or USB ports. Case, chassis. The case holds and protects all the computer's components, providing physical support and airflow. It protects components and allows air circulation to maintain optimal operating temperatures. Components are mounted inside the case and connected to the motherboard and PSU. Chipset manages data flow between the CPU, RAM, storage devices, and peripherals on the motherboard, coordinates communication between components, and provides interfaces. Integrated into the motherboard, connected to the CPU via FSB or DMI. Monitor. A monitor, also known as a display or screen, is an output device that visually presents the computer's output, including text, graphics, and video. Monitors come in various sizes, resolutions, and types, such as LCD, LED, and OLED. They connect to the computer's GPU via ports like HDMI, DisplayPort, or VGA to display visual content. Keyboard. A keyboard is an input device used for typing text and entering commands into the computer. It consists of keys arranged in a specific layout, including letters, numbers, symbols, and function keys. Keyboards connect to the computer via USB, PS/2, or Bluetooth ports and are essential for text input, gaming, and navigating the operating system. Mouse. A mouse is an input device used for pointing, clicking, and navigating graphical user interfaces, GUIs, on the computer. It typically consists of buttons and a moving cursor controlled by a sensor or trackball. Mice connect to the computer via USB, PS/2, or Bluetooth ports and are essential for desktop computing, gaming, and graphic design.